So, we're just going to reply to a comment from...
YouTube.
No, what's her name?
Maybe later.
Maybe later.
Yeah, maybe later. Hey Barry, we arrived in Torrevieja last night and I recognised the Nueva Bahia from your videos. I can't remember all the places you recommended, but could you give me a few please, mate? We're here for another 10 nights. Restaurants in Torrevieja then, Barry?
The first one I would say would be, well, it's now called Bar Catalina.
Catalina,
it was
yeah,
the
for some
tapas bar.
tapas.
If
It
you
used
want-
to be a tapas.
Well, it's still a tapas bar, so if you want to try there for tapas, that's a must go to place. The Mexican next door,
The Mexican restaurant, which is Thingy Negra, what's it called again?
yeah, the one next door.
The one next door, something Negra, the Mexican if you like
Mexican.
that. And next door to that is the Thai place.
Yes,
There's a Thai restaurant
That
which
is
is
amazing.
absolutely fantastic.
that is one of the best.
One of the best Thai
Thai.
meals we've had in Spain, I
Yes,
would say.
in Spain.
Yeah, we've had too many Thai meals, but
No.
it was very, very good.
Down the front,
Down at the seafront,
I would say Momi for food.
yep, that's nice.
Down the other
Nice
side,
chilled out vibe, and they
away-
do good cocktails, and they also do smoothies too, even if you just want to sit and have a drink along the seafront.
was the place that we taken your mum when she got the massive salad.
That's along the other end. That was Monkey Lodge.
Monkey
along
Lodge.
past Esequian Beach.
Yep, try Monkey Lodge, that's absolutely fantastic.
Down Torrevieja seafront past Momi along the other end,
Yeah.
you've got a couple of little tapas bars along there too.
Yes, there's loads of little tapas. Oh, yeah, just on that main road as if you're coming in from
You get a nice view when you're
Playa
sitting there.
Flamenca, Lasagna. And then you've got the ones on the seafront. Go to the White Church Square.
Just finish my iced coffee.
You finished your iced coffee. Go to the White Church, go to the square there. There's a bar in the corner that changed its name.
We're doing well at remembering names of places, aren't we?
It's right on the corner from, Alaria's as well.
If you want some Italian food, homemade pasta.
If you want homemade Italian pasta. I know you're in Spain, but
And I'm going to have a little look and
We're just
see
gonna
if
give you
my
different restaurants
phone can enlighten
that
me
are
to the
good.
names of some places.
If you want a pizza that it's just unbelievable, but you have to go in and say to Ilaria and Stefano that you want to order pizza, but you've got to order it 2 days before due to the fact that he makes everything fresh and to order. So he makes sure that he makes the pasta fresh, and he also makes the pizza dough especially for you, so that it's cured, improved in a proper Italian way. And he does the best coffees. He does the best coffees there. La Casona, which was just under, I showed you that in the video.
I had a really good steak in there actually,
La
La
Casona.
Casona, yes, it
La
was very
Casona.
good, and their pizzas are nice.
Yep. I wouldn't say they were better than Ilaria's and Stefano's, but
Oh no.
yeah.
I used to have a list on the phone, I'm just looking for it. I don't think I've got it anymore, to be honest.
La Casona, that's good. And then if you head up to the Brown Church at the main square, across from the council office, you could go, there's another place on the corner, that's great for a tapas and lunch. What's the place just up the street that does the menu del dia at $7.50 or $8.50? You've got to book it.
That's the tiny little one, Lola's.
Lola's, yeah, try that. Sometimes you need to book that. There's a lot of the times you'll need to book that as eating sardines. So,
You've just had a very healthy snack, haven't you?
Yeah,
Some tuna
totally.
sardines and some ensalada rusa. Right, I'm getting the map out because this is annoying me. I want to remember the name of this place.
I could name quite a few to stay away from.
Oh, we don't do that though. I like it.
If you want to try something and it's late at night, and I will say this, it's going to
Oh,
sound
down the seafront.
so it's going to sound. Wait a minute. Really?
Muel.
Oh yeah, that's posh. And then there's Sunset Beach for a posh meal as well. Sunset Beach is up to the other end.
Sirocco.
Sirocco.
I had a really nice seafood in there, sea bass, quite a few times when we lived
Sunset
out there.
Beach where we went for your birthday.
That's right. That was,
That's
that was a
fantastic.
long time ago. That was 4 years ago, that one.
Nearly 5 years ago. And that's fantastic in there. If you want to try something that the Spanish go mad for during August, is you need to go to Varto Kebab. And I know it's going to sound strange.
For a kebab, I know, but it is the best kebab, isn't it?
You've got, when you look at the menu, there is like 101 ways to have kebab at Doner Meat. I mean, it is what it is, it's Doner Meat. And you think of Doner Meat, you're thinking late night, drunks, but they don't eat kebab like that. You know, it's very different. So you've got, I mean, you can get
This one.
Rami cocktails.
Restaurant and cocktail bar.
Yeah.
That's on the little square at the theatre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's brilliant there.
Head towards the little theatre square, and there's two little Spanish bars opposite each other.
Yes.
Fantastic for tapas and a little snack.
Yep.
You get a menu to do as well.
Yeah.
And on the corner there, you've got
The posh place.
Asian restaurant. Beautiful, really nice cocktails and food.
Yeah. And if you also go to the square where the theatre is, there's a couple of Spanish bars there the food's just amazing. The food is just absolutely...
Yeah. Just wander around.
Yeah,
There's
wander
lots.
around.
No.
There's so many. And unfortunately there's been a few that's closed down over the years.
There has been. There's a couple of places we really liked and they've shut since we left.
Yeah. Spanish places as well that targeted the Spanish market. There is a lot of newer there's a lot of places open since we've left. I mean, it's coming up for...
What was the one on the harbour across the road we used to walk along to? It changed its name as well, didn't it? The one that just overlooks the harbour. At the patio, underneath the patio, next to it. The big square, right. We lived here.
Yeah.
Across the road, walk that way past the market and that, past where they're building all the new stuff, just
Tito.
along at the harbour. No, not Tito. Across the road, the one on the water.
That never changed its name.
It did change.
La
its name.
Marina.
It's not called La Marina.
Bar Marina or something.
No, that's not what it's called. Next to that, further along, we used to go for cocktails.
Oh yeah.
God, it's only been a
yeah.
year and a half.
Oh yeah, I passed it the other day.
It is nice to sit in there and it's
Yes.
pleasant.
So if you are on the main parade down the front of Torrevieja, come up from the statues, you're walking away from the statues up towards the fountain. There's a place on the left hand side there that looks right onto the harbour. The cocktails in there are amazing, the food's in there are amazing as well. It's really good. And then if you go down to the inner harbour, as I call it, or the International Marina as it's called, you've got Moby Dick, which is great for food in there. They also have entertainment in there. You've got it's not the harbour bar, what is it?
The ship in.
The ship in.
It's nice and chilled out, sitting around about that bit of the harbour, isn't
And
it?
then
It's pretty.
the bar next to the restaurant next to the ship in, that's actually changed them 2 or 3 times. It was the best it actually was. Remember when they had the mist, when it sprayed the mist on the outside and then inside.
Oh yeah, they've got one of those misters.
It's not got it anymore. It's never had it since it changed.
Gone, I know. When we ate there, when we first came on holiday.
When we first came
Before
on
we
holiday.
even moved out, when we were on holiday, it was there. It was lovely.
Yeah, it's still there, but it's changed name a few times. So, other than that, it depends what type of food that you really like. I mean, that's the Chinese below us, where we used to stay, just 2 doors up from La Casona. You would have seen it in the video that was out this Friday morning, or one of the videos that was out on Friday. There's now a kebab shop in its place, where the jewellers used to be.
It used to be a little jewellery shop here.
The Chinese restaurant next to that's good. But if you cross over the road, there's Pescado. What was it called? The fish restaurant, the Spanish place.
Pescado.
Pescado.
La Pescado, something like that.
Yeah, La Pescado. That's brilliant. That's absolutely
That's
brilliant.
nice.
In
We
there.
had paella there,
Yeah.
seafood paella.
And then next door
It
to
was
that
nice.
there's an Italians, but it's run by the Russians or something.
Yeah, it's
And
quite
then-
good. We had pizza. Well, me
Yeah.
and my mum, we had pizza there once. And next door to that, there's a totty little restaurant just on the corner. Is he Swedish?
Yeah, Swedish.
The food looks fantastic in there. We've not been. I follow them on Instagram. That looks beautiful. It's one of those places I want to try. Looks nice. And then keep going up to the church square, and there's quite a few round about there.
Everywhere at the church square, and the White Church.
Yeah. Even the Chinese at the church square is quite nice. The
Oh
panda
yeah, Panda restaurant. That's really good.
Yeah, but there's lots of nice Spanish places.
That's all in the it's called Centro, Torrevieja Centro. There is other places sort of just out for there that are equally even better. But I'd need to go and get the names of them. So I hope that's kind of help you. So that was,
As soon as we stop filming, I know about 5 restaurant names are going to pop into my head, and I'll be like, oh, doodle-doodle-doo.
yeah, I know.
Put me on the spot trying to think about that there.
Yeah.
But there's lots, yeah.
Unfortunately, there's a good few restaurants that we could have recommended that have actually closed down
I know.
due to the
But where you were,
Sure
round
it was.
about Nueva
Yeah.
Bahia, from that area, all the way around the streets where
Yeah.
the fountain is, even when you walk along the seafront as well, obviously there's lots of restaurants along there. If you just go the one street behind,
yeah.
come up from the beach, one street behind, there's a couple of really nice restaurants that are on the corners at the back. You don't have the same sea view, but
Yeah.
there's a couple of them which are really lovely.
And then if you
Good
go
food.
up past the totem pole, totem poles, there's I forgot the name. I've done it on a couple of videos. There's a place that does a lot of good tapas. It's next to an Irish bar. It's turned into an Irish bar. So if you go up there, there's
Where's
the ones
that
there.
about?
Up from the totem poles. Remember we sat and had tapas?
Oh, it used to be the little cafe. Yeah, I know where they are. There's the cafe.
Yeah. Yeah, that place is really good.
Yeah.
And then if you head up away up the other beaches, there's so many places. There's just so many places. Anyway, we hope that kind of helped. So that's our top. How many was
I
that?
miss Torrevieja now.
No, you
Just
don't.
you're speaking of it. No, I do. I mean, Torrevieja. I know that some people kind of do. Oh, Barry's slamming Torrevieja again, and it's all doom and gloom. It's not all doom and gloom. It kind of points out when it's quiet. I'm talking. And we do. I love Torrevieja, and I always did. I think it's got loads of so many restaurants, and it does. It's quite a big town, and when you get away from the seafront and go further into the town, there's lots more to find as well. You know, it's got good nightlife. It's got along at the marina. You've got nightclubs, you've got bars, you've got all sorts of international cuisine. And some of these restaurants are really, really, really good. You've got the beaches all the way along. You've got a public transport service. You've got, you know, it's got everything that you want. It's not that we dislike or doom and gloom about Torrevieja. We lived there for 2 years. I loved it.
And I
You
think
know,
that we were.
It's not. It's just not for us. It's not that we don't want to live there. For various reasons, but not because it's not a nice place to live.
Yeah. I think it's more. A lot of people can do videos of Torrevieja that don't actually stay down the seafront. We stayed.
We lived right opposite the harbour. We were right.
We stayed right in amongst the tourist area, and we lived the reality, and we know the reality, and we speak to lots of people. There's nothing Torrevieja bashing about our videos. We've done enough videos over the years.
I know. I think when
that
we
has-
look back.
That has. I think I mentioned it in another video. Remember, there was times that we got stopped in Mercadona, and Spanish people were like, "Thank you for the videos that you do,
Oh
Torrevieja,"
yes.
thanking us for promoting Torrevieja in a positive note. And over the years, that's what we did try to do. We've never put out anything bad about Torrevieja. I think the worst video that I maybe did about Torrevieja was the one about the squatters. It's a reality, and
But
if you
that's the
don't like
reality,
if you don't like the reality of what actually goes on in the town,
We
Do
know
you know-
it's busy at night, and we know the evenings are lively.
exactly.
We know you can go out for breakfast and it can be busy, blah blah blah, and then at 4 o'clock in the afternoon it's quiet. Yeah, we lived there for 2 years. We do know this.
but we also speak to bar owners
Who are Desperate for more customers.
who are living the reality, and they tell us that, you know,
It is quiet.
what the issues are.
Yeah.
We don't just make this shit up. You know what I mean? Unlike some other people that have never lived in the place. Anyway, on that note, hasta luego.
Hasta luego.